how do you feel like, and this might be a tough question, I feel like I know the answer to it. How do you feel like when people tell you, you're exploiting your kids for views?
Oh yeah, they tell us this all the time.
How do you feel that? How do you feel about that? How do you respond to that?
To be honest with you, I don't really care.
I think people have been doing home videos their entire life. Like, I know that not everybody sees them, but to us, it's like, why can't we film our kids? I don't think it's exploiting them just because people see cute little kids doing a video.
What's up, guys? I'm Kyler.
And I'm Mad, and you're watching us on
Livin
Large.
Welcome into the podcast, another brand new episode of Livin Large. I am really excited for today's guest, but before we get to them, guys, if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and smash the like button. And if you guys are listening on a podcast app, rate us 5 stars. The guests today, it could get a little out of hand because we got some little ones. We got twin babies, we got a newborn baby, and we got Kyler and Madison, one of the fastest growing YouTube channels, family channels, and one of the biggest family channels out there to date. They just welcomed their newborn baby, Halston Blake, who has almost more followers than me on Instagram, and she was just born. Welcome onto the show.
Thank you, Mark.
What's it like being...
Introduction.
Before we get into the newborn talk, what's it like having kids and them being twins? Your first children.
It made this one seem a lot easier.
Yeah.
This one seems like a breeze.
Was that something you guys were prepared for?
No, we definitely did not think we were going to have twins. We thought we were going to be having one at a time. But we got 2 for 1, which is special.
2 for...
It sets us apart.
But, all right, so when you guys were planning to have children?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we were planning to have kids.
And then 2 come out.
Yep.
How did that affect you guys during the time period before you got into social media financially?
Oh, it made it way better.
Oh, dude. We were in a kind of a rough spot, actually, around that time. A lot of things happened around that time that made it very difficult. The girls, finding out we were having twins, having a baby at all was news,
right.
I mean,
living in Los Angeles, a very costly environment.
Yeah, very much so. So we found out we were having the twins, and my dad was going through cancer. He got cancer around that same time, and then I was involved in a really, really bad business deal that went south, and we lost everything.
So what was that like? So you guys got yourselves into a little bit of debt right off the bat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like I had always been decently successful in business and sales and stuff like that. I mean, this whole world was new to me. Social media was all new. I mean, there was a lot of headache around that time, and it was very frustrating. But I think we made it. I mean, we could go into some heavy details about all that stuff. But
what happened around that time?
We were sent 2 beautiful twins that everyone loved. And
of course, they're beautiful.
Especially us.
So let's take it back. I actually met you guys. I met Kyler. I lived at 1600 Vine. You guys lived at Easttown, which was our neighboring apartment.
That's right.
And I met Kyler in an alleyway, and you were with your little brother, right?
I don't know. I can't remember. I was trying to think about that today,
actually. I thought your hoverboard was pretty cool.
And we got to talking, and I liked your vibe. And before you guys even had kids, me and Kyler would like play basketball and stuff. We would hang out. I used to work for Logan at the time, and he got me this video deal. The guy still owes me money. Randall, if you want to pay me money, bro, I still have the video. Like the back end right now, you probably owe me like 20 grand at this point.
Oh, yeah. The interest
and
is
I did some skits with you before I had kids.
That's
too.
right. We did the one where we wear the same outfit, which was
not even planned.
Yeah. I was like, whoa. She came over and she wore the exact same outfit as me, and I was like, we need to make a skit right now. But what got you guys started into social media at all? Because you said you had business deals that went south. You were trying to be an actress.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. I think, to be honest with you, like we met you, which was amazing because you had a pretty vast network. You were involved with all these Viners and social media people. And, we were just doing the traditional thing, running around, going to auditions and, been in the acting business for a long time. Madison, since she was a little girl, and me over 10 years now. But yeah, we just when we met you guys, we just saw that there was another avenue to make a living, and that's what we needed at the time, with all that going on. And so I think the first video that kind of gave us the spark of interest in this business was a video where Logan invited her to be the
one where they smashed the car in with the.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. I shot that video.
And Madison grew. I think Madison grew like 10,000 followers overnight. on her Instagram, and it was like very new to us because we were like we missed that whole like millennial like Instagram like Viner stage. I never even got a chance to do Tinder. You know?
How old are you? Yeah. How old are you?
31.
You're 31, Madison. How old are you?
27.
Okay, so yeah, like you're still considered millennial, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you a millennial?
I'm on the edge of.
You're on the edge?
Yeah, on the edge.
I'm on the edge.
I was just gonna sing that.
Oh, you should have.
I was about to. That would have been funny.
So Madison, actually, you got in that video with Dwarf Mamba, Logan. It was like a fake viral video. You grew. From what point were you like, oh, because vlogging wasn't a thing yet, and that's how you guys have made your name and mark on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
You guys told us we should start a vlog channel when we found out we were pregnant with twins, right?
And what made you take that initiative to actually start? Because a lot of people,
Kyler's idea.
So I remember when during that time when that business deal went south, I remember going to San Antonio by myself for 2 weeks, and I went and did what I used to do, and I used to sell security door to door.
Security systems.
Wow. But I did TV for these 2 weeks, and I came home making more money live streaming on Musical.ly than I did on the doors, and I was like, I'm done with this.
You
I'm
live stream every night.
I said, Matt, I came home. I remember coming home, and I said, Madison, we're gonna start doing YouTube and just like throwing our life up on there.
I was honestly against it at first.
Why?
I thought that it was going to be weird to video our life and to put it out there for people to judge us, and for, I don't know, I just felt like we didn't have a lot going on like to film about, and I was just skeptical of like being so vulnerable and like filming everything you're doing. I thought it was weird because people weren't doing it really. And so, and my whole family thought it was kind of weird.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. So you guys are a younger couple, obviously, and you're not taking the traditional path of like, you know, you're not a stay-at-home mom, or you don't have a job, and you don't go to work every single day. What was it like when you guys told your like family members like, hey, we're gonna do this thing called YouTube?
They honestly
thought it was weird.
Yeah, they hated it.
You're gonna put your life out there for everybody to see. Like, I don't know.
So what made you not care about their opinion and do it?
I kind of cared about their opinion. Kyler doesn't care about what anybody thinks. So Kyler's like, we're doing it. I don't care. And so I just kind of would just jump in the vlogs, and he was kind of facilitating the whole thing, and then it started doing well, and then I started getting more confident. So thanks to Kyler for being confident off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I just had it. I was just so sick of losing. I had a couple of businesses that had failed, and I was just like over it. I was just over it. And we were over going to auditions and stuff like that. Just not over going to auditions. We're just like over not being
creating
so close.
It yourself,
so close,
like,
always
relying on somebody else to cast you, or like doing all those cattle call things. It's like retiring, and it's not, you don't have a lot of hope in it. But creating your own content, you can kind of control the whole thing, and it kind of became second nature to us. And then I had so much fun with it that it was the best job ever, being together as a family every second.
I think about, oh man, how grateful I am that I met you. Honestly, Mark, it's so cool to see how it's all shifted. I mean, like I met you, and then 2 weeks later we ended up talking again, and you invited Madison and I up to some party you guys were having or something like that. And then I remember sitting down on a beanbag with George Janko talking about playing basketball, and all of a sudden we're playing basketball for a solid year together, like 3 days a week. And then it just kind of,
we've lost Madison because Tatum and Oakley are over here, and the phone shut off. We're taming them with YouTube videos while Kyler talks, but continue, Kyler.
Yeah, I just think about how that kind of transpired and how it turned into this, and it's crazy how it happens.
Yeah, it's great. What was your breakthrough? Because I know YouTube's like a long haul, right? You got to make a lot of videos, and then one's got to pop off. Did you guys have a video that just popped off that kind of grew your channel?
It's crazy because we never really got the wave of like, oh, we're having kids, we're getting married. Some of these couples that just start like going through that, like, oh, they got engaged, they bought a new house, stuff like that. It didn't really start like that for us because we already had the girls.
Right.
So I think we were just lucky enough to have two beautiful twins that like a lot of YouTubers like wanted to like collab with. That were already doing, decent. Like I remember like we probably had like 30,000 subscribers that we kind of grew on our own in the very beginning. And then, I called Jake one day and I said, yo, like, would you want to do something with twins? And sure enough, he was like, yeah, heck yeah, bring them over. So we did this video, a day with Jake Paul or something like that. And I think we gained like 50,000 subscribers overnight. And so naturally I'm like, ding.
Yeah, we gotta.
Let's call
yeah.
Logan and Mark and David Dobrik and like everybody, and we started doing videos with a bunch of different YouTubers.
What made them say yes? Because you were a smaller channel at the time. What made them say, yeah, you know what? I'll help you out. I'll make a video with you.
I mean, naturally, like, it's so fun to create content with two little kids that look identical. You know what I mean? I think when we've done several videos with you, we did some stuff with Madison's longtime friend and cousin, Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
You know Savannah and
Cole and Sav.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just like the collaboration is you know all too well.
Right,
the collaboration is kind of
key.
Yeah, it is.
So I mean, I want to get into your guys' backstory, but before we get into that, like obviously everyone's interested in how the YouTube family space works out. Do you think it's possible? And what advice would you give a young family that's like, hey, they're young like you guys, they have kids, they really enjoy watching your videos, they watch Cole and Sav, they watch the Ace family, they watch the Bram family. We got all these families out here who are young and thriving in Los Angeles. Can someone in Nebraska that has a family start a YouTube channel? Do you think, or do you think the collab is necessary?
I think the collab is necessary.
I think it's necessary off the beginning, maybe.
Content is really key because you never know what YouTube's going to do. I don't think any of us really know what goes on. You know what I mean? You never know if you're going to have a viral video. For real. Like, we had some friends that just started a YouTube channel who really haven't had any business in the space. Well, they had triplets.
Oh, wow.
And that's cool, but there's a lot of people that have triplets and twins that are on YouTube that don't do as well. But they did a video, the baby mama dance, where she happens to be huge, and she grew 300,000 or 400,000 subscribers like that.
Oh, because she has triplets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, you just never know what YouTube's going to allow, and
your life can change literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just started it, and they're doing so good.
They're doing really
on
well.
YouTube.
How do you guys? Madison, just pull the mic a little bit closer to your face. How do you guys balance having a family and vlogging and filming your life?
It gets really hard sometimes.
Because you have 3 kids now.
Right now, especially.
I sometimes have emotional breakdowns like, what are we doing? Like, I can't vlog today because you just have too much. Like, your life is too stressful to actually even want to vlog it. And you think like, oh, you should vlog this stress. People want to see that. But it's almost like you can't because
it pisses you off more.
You want to get your life in order to then vlog.
To be honest with you, we're not that, like, I'm going to just say this, like, we're not that honest. Like, in our vlogs,
we
like, we
should
need to
vlog
be,
the stressful parts more.
But we have a lot of stress. There's a lot of stress with these kids. Like, they're so amazing and
don't
funny
you think
and
that
cute.
would open up a new audience for you guys?
Probably.
Because you have kids watching you, but you have young families who want to see that type of stuff.
I know.
That like, wow, she's going through the exact same thing I'm going through. Like, I go to work and I have to take care of the kids. I have to. You're
right, 100%.
Like, honestly, I could have vlogged my anxiety panic attacks I had last week, where I was just breaking down, like, crying, and I like what a lot of new moms do. They said that there's a big percentage of new moms.
Depression?
It's like postpartum. It's baby blues.
Yeah.
Postpartum's when it lasts for a long time. Baby blues is like the first week or 2 when you have the baby, and then it kind of goes away, which I was having because I have.
Why is that?
Because I have your hormones all over the place. A baby that's crying, I stay up all night. She wakes up every 2 hours.
Just making sure the girls are eating and being fed and stuff like that. You feel like
attention.
You're giving so much attention to this new baby, and you're forgetting the kids that you've been taking care of for the last 3 years, and it gets crazy.
And then your house gets out of order, and you can't take care of yourself. Like, I wasn't showering for forever, and like, you just can't do anything.
This feels like a very good therapy session for you guys.
It's good.
It's been crazy 2 weeks. Like, I'm starting to get the hang of it a little bit more. I feel like the last couple of days, I'm like, okay, I can go out. I can put the baby in the car seat and go do something with 3 kids.
Is that something? Because I know a lot of mothers, new mothers especially, where they have a new child, they are obsessed with their child, right? They won't let anyone watch the kid. The kid needs to be with them at all times.
We've never had a babysitter except for my mom and his mom.
Why is that? Why won't you have a babysitter?
I don't trust anybody.
We don't trust the world nowadays, man. Like, it's crazy.
At what point would you say, hey, I want a babysitter so we can go have a night? Like, when do you guys ever go have a night?
We don't really.
Not that often, I would say. We're pretty...
It's because
how
do you know if somebody, like, how do you know if
your mom,
like a
you
good
said,
person?
your siblings, whatnot. What I really liked when we were on the way over here, Kyler was like, Madison, I'm going to take the kids this weekend for a couple days. You go down and you hang out with your family, like, just to get the stress off. Is that something that you guys do frequently? So
that's why he said that, is because I haven't done that in forever. Like, I've always been with the kids. I don't think I've really left them since last year. Like Kyler has taken, I think, 6 or 7 vacations.
You call them vacations, but
We're not counting
It's
though.
work.
They're work.
It's work vacations.
trips. Like I was gone twice this last week. I'm filming a new TV show that I had to be there for.
Yeah.
So
and then
like, there's
he
nothing
was-
I can do. Like,
Right.
what do I do? Like, I have to go. So
They're all work trips, but then I'm like with the girls a lot by myself, and it just puts a lot of stress. So finally, I'm like, I think maybe I should leave.
Yeah. Well, that's really cool. That's really
Yeah.
awesome. So let's talk about how you guys met, because it's really cool, because this has all come full circle. You guys are YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are on the gram, and you met on Facebook.
we met on Facebook. Facebook works.
Yep.
Hey.
How did that work?
Hey.
I just, man, I was in college. I had a roommate that knew her older sister.
Okay, I have to go help my kids.
Yeah, go help your kid.
The babies have dropped the phone now. We knew this would be a distracting episode. Continue.
I had a roommate who knew her older sister, and I was on his Facebook one night with him.
So you DM'd her older sister first and didn't
No,
work out? I'm just
actually,
kidding.
no. To be honest with you, what's funny about this story is I actually did think her older sister was super cute, and I was like, "Who is that?" But then I, was scrolling on her Facebook. Marissa, if you ever watch this, it's not like, like. Then I was scrolling on her Facebook, and I was like, "Who's that girl?
Oh, okay, her
I've got to
sister.
meet her. I've got to meet her." So I sent Madison a message, and I said, "Yo, I know that you are dating somebody right now."
Oh, okay. My guy Swoop.
But I don't want to be like lame about this, but like when you're finished, let me know. That's basically what I said in the message, and it was pretty forward, but she kind of liked it, I think.
What did you say back, Madison?
I thought it was kind of funny.
You guys were on the rocks too, anyways.
Because most guys like try to like, I don't know, like sweet talk you
Hey,
so
you're
much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like,
But on
hey,
Facebook?
you're hot. I don't know. Yeah, so his message was very forward, and it kind of was like humorous too.
I didn't hit her up till 3 months later because like I found out she broke
I
up.
didn't respond right the first
No,
time.
you did respond.
Oh,
You did respond. Okay.
Tatum and
Okay.
Oakley are having a fit
That's how
over
it
here.
goes.
it's
The
because
phone's
she
not
wants
working.
to play this app that you don't have, and I have it on my phone.
Well, you could download it real quick.
It's been downloading the whole time. It's taking forever.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So I hit her up 3 months later, and I found out she was broken up with this guy, and I said, "Yo, I'm coming to LA. What do you?"
Oh,
doing?"
you lived in LA.
Yeah, I lived
I
here.
thought you were born in Utah.
No, I've lived here my
She's
whole
lived
life.
her whole life.
Oh, I thought you were both
Kyler-
just this perfect
Kyler
Utah
was-
couple.
No,
No,
no.
I grew up in
I'm
Orange
from
County my whole life.
Boise,
Oh.
and she's from Orange County.
Oh, you're from Idaho.
Yeah.
Idaho.
Yeah. So,
Idaho, but
So
he
did
was
you-
living in Utah going to school.
Yeah.
Right.
So he came out here and then took me on a date.
Where?
And
We went to.
Did you fly out here for the sole purpose of meeting her, or did you fly out here for something?
Yeah, I flew out
To
here
meet
pretty much.
me.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a
yeah.
pretty big leap of faith. Like, that's a big leap of faith.
I know. Oh, the funny thing
We
is
had
we
talked a lot,
FaceTimed.
though.
We FaceTimed for a whole month before he came out.
It was
so
called
I feel like,
Skype back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Skype. And I feel like I knew everything about him before he came, but I had never met him in person. So it was kind of
So
weird.
you were nervous? Did you
Yeah,
come with
it
a
was
friend?
kind
No.
of- No.
No?
But he showed up to my doorstep right after my class. And oh no, I had class that night at college, and I didn't even go to my class. I sat in my car the whole time because I was too excited and anxious to see him to even concentrate in my class.
I was like good looking back then. And, like,
How old were
skinny
you?
And, like,
Because you're older than her.
oh wow, 23.
Oh no, the
She
babies
just
are
bit her.
fighting.
Uh,
Let's have an intermission
Yeah,
right here. We're gonna
should we
take care of the
Intermission,
children.
they just bit each
take
other.
a little break for a second. Hold on one sec.
We don't have spicy with us right now. Can I kiss it better?
This is our life. For real. It's our life times 10, actually.
Yo, guys, this feels like a proper time to interrupt this episode and let you know that this episode is brought to you by Vistaprint. As always, I've shouted them out a few times on here, guys. I cannot stress enough how important it is to have a business card, to hand someone a business card in the moment, something tangible, something they can hold on to and put in their pocket, rather than just giving them their phone number, and getting a text from them later on and being like, who is this? That happens to me so many times. I'd rather have a business card, so I hold on to it. I put it on my nightstand, whatever it may be. Vistaprint, they're offering you guys dozens of designs that are just right for your business. You just got to add your logo and contact info with a few clicks, and you can use it on all of your marketing going forward. Your satisfaction 100% guaranteed, or they'll make it right either by reprinting or refunding you guys. They want you to own the now, and it's just $10. Like I said, I'm hooking you guys up with 500 high-quality custom business cards starting at $9.99. Just go to Vistaprint.com/large. That's Vistaprint.com/large. Vistaprint.com/large. Own the now.
We met on our first date in
Okay,
Huntington
okay.
Beach.
Oh,
And
you went to BJ's.
We went to BJ's.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. It's called BJ's, the restaurant.
Oh, God.
Have you been there before?
No.
Of course I have.
I haven't been to BJ's. Sorry about that, guys. That's the daily struggle of...
Kyler wanted a BJ's on his first night.
Okay.
Oh, it just goes right into the BJ talk.
No. It's a restaurant called BJ's. We went to BJ's our
Pizzeria.
first date, and then what? Like
It's a pizzeria.
It's a pizzeria, yeah. And then we went to like Dippin' Dots or something like that, and they were closing, and then I opened it back up.
Dots.
They were literally closing, and I was like, guys, come on.
It was closed. The door was locked, and she was cleaning up the ice cream. And Kyler knocks on the door and goes, "Excuse me, I really need to get these Dippin' Dots for this girl. It's her favorite ice cream."
My future wife.
Yep.
Basically, yeah.
And they said, "We're sorry, we're closed." And then all of a sudden he started saying more to her. I don't know what you were saying. I was still in the car, and then he came out with 2 Dippin' Dots ice creams.
I'm a pause right here, guys. I want you to comment down below. What is your favorite type of ice cream? Do you like Dippin' Dots? Do you like those ice cream sandwiches? Do you what are some other ones?
The ice cream sandwiches are good.
Drumsticks. Do you like just a chocolate ice cream? Do you like a hot fudge sundae? What do you guys like? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious to know. My favorite by far is Dippin' Dots. But that's a really
Dippin' Dots is so good.
It's great.
And
So
because that was our first date, my mom surprised us at our wedding night with the Dippin' Dots truck at our wedding.
It came full circle, just like your whole career.
It was so cute.
Just like our career.
That's really awesome. Kyler, was your intent on like dating? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, my
and
intent-
Madison was yours as well.
My
He
intent
wanted to
was
marry me the
marry
first
her the
night.
second I saw her.
Just based on appearance
I don't
alone.
know, dude. No, not based on appearance alone. But yeah. No. Madison, I don't know. You know Madison, man. She's just like a light. She's just like a light. And everywhere she goes, she's just such a sweetheart. And honestly, like I knew right the first time I talked to her, I knew.
That's really awesome.
That's cute.
Yeah.
It seems like a perfect story, but I'm sure you guys have a lot of hardships. What are some things
Yes.
you guys argue about as a married couple?
Vlogs.
So work.
Yeah, vlogs, because a
Work.
lot of times, like
All
I
our
have this
fights
idea
are
in my
that.
head. I have this idea in my head, and it's
Right.
already clear vision. It's already edited in my brain.
Right.
And then she just goes a whole different way. You know, I'm like, Madison,
I'm like, no,
that's
it'd be
terrible.
funnier if we do this. And he's like, no. And he wants to be the director, and then I get to be just the talent. I have to be
I am
the
the director.
talent. He's
And the CEO.
He's the CEO, and I'm just the background, right?
You have the best job.
No, I'm
anyways.
just kidding.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, so I think that all of our fights.
Well, it's a
end
trade-off, right? Because Kyler films everything. You guys actually share editing now, right?
Yeah, I
Honest-
edit too.
She edits sometimes, but we have a full-time editor now. So
Yeah,
he
I
comes
just
over and
started.
edits.
Is
So-
that a big weight lifted off your shoulders?
Yeah.
Because I was telling you for the longest time you needed to do that.
Yeah, like he's
Yeah.
at our house right now
The
editing
thing is,
while we're
bro,
here.
like,
So
the thing is, like, you know how it is, bro. Like, even after you have your edit done, what are you doing? You're editing, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they'll send it to you, and then you're editing it
Yeah,
again. It takes time. It takes time to do it, and a lot of times you don't get to your edits and you don't post because you film all day and you
Right.
don't want to edit.
It's a lot of work, man, and people don't
Yeah.
really understand. It's not a 9 to 5. There is no shut off time for social media. Like,
There's not.
You wake up, you guys have a life, you got kids,
Mm-hmm.
you film your life, and then you got to edit. Like the hours extend past 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It's like a solid. What time do you guys wake up?
I don't
like,
know.
well, now I don't
7
even
a.m.
know
with the
because I wake
kids?
up at 4 and then 6
Right.
and then 9.
And then you guys are filming all day, and I'm sure you're up till 11, 12 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
at night editing when you were editing, and
Yeah.
it's just like it's a full-time
It's a
thing,
full-time
man.
thing.
However, the vlogs have shifted, so it's not as crazy as it used to be.
We're trying
When
to
we were
do
doing
2
like
times a
every
week
day.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
hold
so
on.
you've taken back,
When we were doing
Mm-hmm.
every day,
bro.
yeah, it was every day, bro. Like, and we were filming like our entire day,
Okay.
like a vlog. You know what I mean? Things are crazy, but things have mellowed out
Goodbye,
since we
Madison.
started to be more segmented, like
Right.
towards like a specific topic. You know how it goes. It's gotten a little easier since we've done that. I think YouTube shifted that way, though. You know what I mean?
Right. What's it been like collaborate like in the family space, right? I mentioned the Ace family, I mentioned the Bram fam, I mentioned you guys. You have Cole and Sav, you have all of these families, right? And it seems like you guys collaborate. Is there like a competitive nature though between the families, or is it all love?
I think it's all love, to be
Their
honest.
families
with you.
are all chill.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I feel like among other creators, like back in the day in Vine, everyone was creating, they were going together, they're collaborating, and then everyone went their own way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I feel like the families, you guys do your own thing, but you guys continuously come back and collab. It's not like shunning everyone off. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I think there's
Yeah.
there's like a silent competitiveness about it. You know what I mean? Like, I think everybody thinks the same thing. They
Right.
all want to be the biggest or
Right.
whatever. But to be honest with you, like all the family channels that we've collabed with have been awesome. Like, we
Yeah,
had
I haven't
any-
felt any competitive stuff with them, and I think we all kind of copy each other's videos, like
Yeah.
because with kids and a family, you kind of all do the same things.
Yeah,
So,
you go with what the trend
Who's
is.
been like a joy to work with family-wise?
Savannah and Cole.
Well, Savannah and Cole, they're like our
We're like
really
our
close
family.
friends and family.
They're
you
like
know?
our best friends. So, hey, doing a collab with them is more like we're just hanging out. Like it's like we were already going to be together.
Do you feel like your job is a job at times? Because I remember when I was first doing it, it was
Sometimes,
fun. It was a hobby, and then it became a job. Do you
Yeah.
at times feel like, damn, I have to film today?
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
What do you do in those situations?
I just film.
Yeah.
Because I have to
You just have to
provide
kind of
for
push
them.
through it. Yeah. Make it interesting. Like the days that you have like a really good idea, it's so fun to vlog. But when you kind of can't think of anything to do, that's when I have a hard time. Because I'm like, I only want to put out a content, like a video, if it's going to be like this huge idea. And that's how YouTube's kind of become. It's like you have to
Right.
put out the biggest, coolest video ever for you to get views. And I heard from some people who have been in YouTube for a long time that it used to not be like that. You can kind of put out anything and people would watch it. But now it's like, what's the biggest thing I could do? And
You're
it's-
always having to one-up.
yeah, and it stresses you out because it's like, why do I have to have like this crazy vlog for it to do well? And Kyler thinks that we don't have to do that. He thinks we could vlog anything.
I think
Well,
just the realist you are, to be
yeah.
honest, is what the space is shifting to. And I've touched upon this
I
on the
hope
podcast.
that's how it is.
It's like vlogs, right? They gave us an inside look at people's lives. And even on my podcast, I share stories. You guys are sharing stories that
Yeah.
you don't share on the vlog. The podcast is a conversation that is totally raw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't edit this stuff. I put out whatever we say. And I think that the shift in content is looking for even more information about you.
Yep.
Does that scare you though?
For me, I kind of just throw my hands up.
Yeah.
At this point, I just kind of throw my hands up.
Yeah.
There's obviously things I don't like to talk about. You know,
Right.
we like to keep private because we want to have some sort of privacy in our
Mm-hmm.
life. But I feel like at this point, it's like, what do you do?
The only
Right.
thing I like to keep private is like things where it could put my kids in danger, like people knowing where we live and things like that. I don't
Right.
really
So
care
what
about
did
talking
you
about
guys have this?
personal
What was
stuff.
this whole pedophile thing that came across on YouTube?
I know.
To be honest with you, I actually don't
Taking
understand
down
it.
all the
I don't know.
All I
comments
know
and
is my
stuff.
comments went down and I was not happy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Like-
guess maybe people are starting to catch on to the fact that people are putting their homes out there and where they live, and I don't know. Maybe it's attracting.
Well, we had to put
pedophiles.
in this long list of words too, like words they were using in comments or whatever. Like
Wow.
I don't know, and I don't.
You had to block
all
them?
the swimming vlogs got taken down on our entire channel every time they
And
were ever in a
gymnastics and
bathing
stuff.
suit. I guess they don't like kids in bathing suits or leotards, which is crazy because they're in a one piece. It's like, what else are they supposed to swim in? And
Yeah.
it's like such a harmless little vlog, like little tiny babies
How do
like
you
in a pool.
How do you feel like, and this might be a tough question, I feel like I know the answer to it. How do you feel like when people tell you, you know, you're exploiting your kids for views?
Oh yeah, they tell us this all the time.
How do you feel that? How do you feel about that? How do you respond to that?
To be honest with you, I don't really care.
I think
I don't.
people have been doing home videos their entire life. Like, I know that not everybody sees them, but to us, it's like, why can't we film our kids? I don't think it's exploiting them just because people see cute little kids doing a video. Like, how is that?
And if they only
exploiting them?
knew, if they only knew what the kids are not
don't know.
doing,
Mm-hmm.
like the kids are, these girls are just running around having a good time, and they don't even, sometimes
Yeah.
they don't even know the camera's there.
Oh
They're
yeah,
just playing,
we don't
you know?
force them to do stuff.
No,
Like
we're
nothing's
cool.
ever like sit down and do this or this is gonna happen. It's always like we're vlogging and then we just put the camera on them and they're just playing.
And that's how I feel about it too, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, they just use their kids, blah blah blah. But like at the end of the day, the kids aren't doing any work.
Yeah.
No,
they're
they're
not,
not.
slaving away. They're not editing the videos. They're not filming the videos. They're not exhausting any creative energy.
Yeah.
They're just living their life. And the cool thing
Totally.
about it too, you can look at it that way, right? You
Yep.
could be like, yeah, they're exploiting their life for views, for money, blah blah blah. But the cool thing about it, in 20 years, these girls are going to be able to look back and see what they were like every single day.
How cool is
So
that?
fun for them.
Very
In
cool.
fact, they probably have more of a spoiled life because of what we do, because we go and do all these fun things for the vlogs all
Right.
the time. Things that we probably wouldn't have been doing if we were just living our life normal.
Right. And at the end of the day too, like you've mentioned to me before, have you ever had to buy them an outfit?
Nope. They've gotten
No.
free clothes their entire.
Brands
Yep,
reach
from
out and
brands,
it's just like, what has that been like? Just being able to work with brands, and like, does your income more so come from YouTube vlog AdSense or more so brand deals? How does that break down?
Well, we don't
Brando's on YouTube mostly.
do a lot of brands for the girls, which is crazy.
Do you know what's crazy? I actually, all the clothes that they get, I just collab with them for free because they just send me clothes. It's from boutiques, little boutiques.
Okay.
And I just love the clothes.
Yeah, they don't have big budgets
It's
anyways,
like,
but-
yeah, they
Yeah.
don't have budgets.
Generally.
It's like I would throw out $500 and they can't even do that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like all I do is like they're just playing and I take a quick picture of them, post on their Instagram. I'm just like pictures mom moms take of their kids, just whatever. It's not brand deals, really. So
most of the brands
but
that
I don't
we get
pay for any of their clothes.
are directed towards MADISON or me.
Yeah.
Specifically, I think we've done a couple in the last 3 years
on their page
for the girls.
So really, they're not working at all. It's all our brand deals on YouTube. But
the girls have booked a couple national commercials, which is good.
Yes,
so, yeah,
that
they're
talk about that. They were doing some acting too on some soap operas.
Yeah.
We started the girls when they were really young. Honestly, this age, they booked their first commercial.
And they were like
for
3
Subway.
weeks old.
Because typically, guys in Hollywood, they like to hire twins because if they're sassy and with child labor laws.
Yep. They can only work like 30 minutes on camera, 30 minutes off. So they switch them out, and they want the baby to look the same in case they have to use both shots. So they hire twins like crazy, just like how America and Ashley were when they were little. So they booked everything. Like they were so cute. They were the cutest little newborns. And
what's it going to be like when Tatum and Oakley are both able to have their own Instagrams? Who gets the Instagram page?
That's going to be so funny.
I don't know.
Because Halston has her own.
I know. I'm waiting for the day when they go, Mom, all my friends have Instagrams. Can we have one? Because they don't even know what Instagram is. I'm like, oh, you have one.
I have a feeling they're going to want to ride out. I don't know why, but I feel like they're going to want to ride out what they got going. You know?
Oh, because I see all these other twins influencers that are like older, these teen twins, and they all share pages.
They all share pages.
It's interesting. So a lot of parents, when their kid tells them, hey, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be a social media star, they're like, no, that's not a sustainable career.
Yeah.
But you guys as parents are social media stars. Is that something that are you going to force that on them? Like, hey, you should do this for your career at 14.
No,
I think
actually
I think at that point it would probably be more of a lifestyle anyways. You know what I mean? Like they've been in it since they were so young. They were on Days of Our Lives for a year and a half of their life. They're just used to the camera. The girls believe it or not, the girls pick up the vlog camera and know exactly what to do.
They start
They
vlogging
say, "What's up,
on
fish
their own."
fam?" Like they're like really
they copy
cool.
what
Like,
they hear us say all the time.
I feel like it'll be more of a lifestyle, way of life at that point. We don't want to feel like we've indoctrinated them with this lifestyle. However, this is what we do as a family,
Yeah.
Fisher Family Entertainment. This is what we do.
That's really awesome. Kyla, we don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but I know you've been going through a tough time with family the past few years, the passing of your father. What was that like on you?
Oh, man. I was honestly... having my dad gone has been the hardest thing for me. I don't want to sit here and cry or anything like that.
We don't have to talk about it.
It's been really hard on me. However, I've been so blessed in my life to have these girls come in at the exact same time to shift my focus, because that's hard, man. I used to call my dad every single day, and to not be able to do that anymore is I don't know, it's rough.
Do you think you being a father now, do you try to instill a lot of your values that you've learned from your father into your girls and into the way you parent?
I think so. I haven't really thought about that. You know what I mean? I just feel like I've gained a lot of who I am from my dad, and it just kind of naturally comes out. But one thing I remember my dad saying before he left, a couple days before he left, was do more than I did. I don't know what he meant by that necessarily, but I just, I've been taking some heavy risks, to make the best life I can for these girls. I don't really want them to have to go through some of the stuff that I've had to go through. I want them to be financially free, because that's honestly, I think that's what we're all doing every single day, is trying to figure out how to become financially free.
Does that, when you become a father, because I'm not a father, you know what I'm saying? I'm living life for me right now.
Yeah.
Does your purpose in life shift? Do you feel?
So much.
100%, man. I'm telling you right now, it goes right out the door.
I forget
Everything
that
goes right out the door.
I forget that I need to live for myself, honestly. I'll forget to eat, during the day. I'll forget, to do anything for myself. It's because I'm, doing stuff for kids all day long.
Yeah,
all you want to do is make them happy. It's the weirdest thing. You basically want to live not through your kids, but I don't know, just
you live for your kids.
Shifts so much. It's the weirdest thing.
Because I think it's something interesting, because I even look back and I see you guys having a family, and while I see more of the struggles probably than the vlog people do, it's actually really inspiring. And it's I'm 25, right? I'm almost 26. I'm getting to that age where I'm shit,
yeah.
Oh God, you already have 3 kids and you're 27.
I know, what the heck?
And I'm dang, I kind of got to figure this out in the next few years. But it's actually something like me looking back from afar watching you guys, it's like I do want that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I was always second guessing, like, do I want a family? Do I
Yeah.
want that responsibility? But it's actually really cool to like watch you guys and see. It's just like, I feel like it's so cool just like to have a mini you know,
That's
like
so
bring
cool,
someone
yeah.
into your life. And
It
like,
makes us feel happy when people are inspired to have a family because they see young families that young families is cool to have, because in this day and age, a lot of people don't want to get married and they don't want to have families and don't want to have kids because the world is becoming very selfish and
Right.
People are becoming really into themselves with how like social media is nowadays. And so one of the things that we wanted to do when we started vlogging was to inspire people, to want to have families, that families is cool and trendy and that it's fun, because to us, family is everything. And
100%.
we always put that on our merch. It says family over everything, because not just like you having kids, but even like your extended family, like your parents and your cousins. And I think that it just family is everything.
yeah,
It's like-
because at the end of the day, that's the only people that are going to be
Yep.
there for you. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
the
Like,
love of a mother and like how she loves you, like your own mom, and like what you have is like unmatchable. It's just
and something I also admire about you guys, because you guys are crushing on YouTube. You're making a really good living. You
Thank
make a lot of
you.
money. Something you do have Gucci shoes on right now, but
Oh, yeah,
you guys
Yeah,
never
but
succumb to the
these
trend.
are the cheapest ones they have in the
You-
store.
but
you
no,
know?
I'm saying
not
you guys
crazy.
never succumb to the trend of like flashy family. Why is that? And did you ever want to be like? Because you don't like.
I come from a conservative background. I live in Idaho.
Same.
You know what I mean? Like when I think about the
But I'm
real
from
estate
Ohio
here-
and I got caught up in it. You know what I'm saying? I was buying that stuff.
it's because there's so many other things you can do with your money to help people. Like
and also you're younger, bro. Like I thought the same way, man, to be honest with you. Like I thought the same way, but once you have a family, everything shifts. Like
Right.
you realize this could end, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
This could end for real. And I've been through it and I don't want to go through it again.
So
Yeah.
you've
So-
learned from like literally losing everything.
Sure,
That
yeah.
you need to be very frugal. Not necessarily very frugal, but like just on top of it, just in case. You know what I'm saying?
Just in case, rainy day, you know? You never know because it
But
comes.
also,
it comes in waves. You never know.
sometimes taking risks and doing stuff that's really cool, like buying something
Sure.
really big, helps your YouTube channel, because people want to see you buying like cool stuff, doing fun things.
They want to live vicariously through
Yeah,
you.
if you just live so frugal and all your vlogs are very simple, I mean, it's not as cool to watch. So, I mean, we've
I
done
mean, I'm
a
getting my
little
car
bit-
done, you
He-
know,
that's
over
what-
West Coast
That's
Customs.
one of the things
I paid a
that he
little bit
did,
of
and
that.
I was a little bit like, why? That's such a waste of money. But
I did buy an Escalade, but not because
we needed a nice
we
car.
needed
that was
a nice
safe.
car that was safe for the kids. I don't like the idea of Madison driving around with the girls by herself
So
and
there's
not
some
being in the
things-
safest car on the road. And to be honest with you, the Escalade is about the safest you can get.
Yeah.
You know?
Besides my Range Rover.
Besides your Range Rover, dude.
No.
But,
You're going to need to
yeah.
change that up once my car's on the road.
No,
dude.
I really like the Escalade.
Yeah.
Like it's
It
a
was
really
like
good
my
family
dream car.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we buy like, some fun toys here and there, but
But a Lambo, not yet, dude.
Yeah. What's
Maybe, like, in
what's
a
been the
couple
most
years. Just kidding.
enjoyable part about this whole ride, this whole social media ride? Because like you said, you guys were in debt 3 years ago.
yes.
I was like negative $85,000 in business debts. Like
Oh,
I lost
man.
every amount of cash that I had in that business. It was crazy.
Everything. We put out all of our money into it.
I hope he's watching this right now.
Yep.
Screw
Anyways.
you, Randall.
No, it's not Randall.
No,
it's not Randall. It's another human.
It's-
But
he left to Lebanon, so probably.
Oh, I think that's the guy I ran into you with when I met you, actually.
yeah.
Oh,
to be honest
probably
with
right
you, yeah.
when it was right when we met you.
Just bad business decisions. Since we're getting into it, and you've already kind of like disclosed who we're talking about, Madison. Yeah, just like bad
Oh.
business decisions put a lot of people at risk.
Right.
You know, and I don't.
So what's been the
Yeah.
most enjoyable ride about the shift in your lives? Because it's
is
changed.
Not doing like nitty gritty sales business, trying to lock down these big deals. You know, I just like
The stress
I
of-
like enjoying my family and just spending time with my family.
But
and
do you
filming our
feel
life.
so when you work for someone else? Do you feel more stressed now that you are your own boss?
Not me.
No.
No.
I get stressed sometimes.
No, I was way more stressed
But-
when I was involved in that kind of stuff. Way
Really?
more
But knowing
stressed,
that
yeah.
Kyler could leave for 3 weeks and maybe not sell anything, and that we didn't know if we were going to make the next month's rent, like living month to month is so stressful.
Hold on. I always sold. I was a really good salesman doing what I did, but I didn't make even a quarter, not even a quarter of the amount of money that we can make in this business. We've been so fortunate. I'm
It's
so
nice
blessed,
not
but
to
I
have to
but I
stress
definitely
about
have not
finances.
forgotten where I came from.
So a family listening right now, they're hearing this. They're they're working, they're living month to month.
Yeah.
They can't just drop that and start a
No.
channel. Did you guys have some stuff going on when you first started doing this? Or did you have help?
Ironically enough, actually, Savannah was super helpful at that time because she was one of the biggest Musical.ly stars there was.
Mm-hmm.
She was one of the first girls to jump on the platform with Everly.
It's lively.
Yeah, Musical.ly, Lively. What
Yeah.
did I say? I don't even remember.
Well, Musical.ly. Oh, it's all the same thing.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did like a little video with her. We grew to like 40,000 followers overnight on that platform, and we started live streaming. So it got me through that period. So it got me through that period of time where I really just needed a kind of the lift after the big rainstorm.
But how do you climb out of $85,000 in debt?
Oh, it's taken me a while.
Yeah.
It's taken me a while. It's over now, which is great. You know, it's great to say that I'm out of debt completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took a while.
But
And I paid a lot of people back too.
How are you paying the bills? How are you feeding the kids when you didn't
Through
have
live stream, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live
Live
streaming.
stream, and just we kept putting out YouTube videos, hoping it would just
Live streaming on
eventually
Musical.ly, man.
make
For
money.
real. I wish. Oh man.
Do you
crazy.
feel like you guys hit it at the right time? Like, say you started
I
a
think
channel
we
today.
it kind of
Would it be
fell
the
in our
same?
laps. Like I think we kind of got lucky for sure.
It was
Like,
a good
it was
2
like
months.
the perfect timing
It was
of
like
everything.
it was like we started live streaming and like we hadn't made any money on YouTube for like 3 months, and then we started to make we got our first check from YouTube, and I was like, yo, this is nice.
Yeah.
And then we stopped live
But
streaming.
I don't think it's too late to start YouTube channels. I just think that we got in when it was hot too. Like it also helped.
Right. What's one thing you guys miss from your early marriage days with no kids? What's one thing, if you could do it right now, what would you do without the kids?
We used to
we
just
didn't-
leave our apartment, right? And
We
just
didn't
go
feel like
around.
roommates, like living for our kids. Like sometimes I feel like we're just like roommates, like these parents that are just like, okay, gotta get the kids in the bath, gotta get them
Yeah.
breakfast. It's like we go through the whole day, and sometimes I realize we didn't even talk to each other.
Yep.
It's so weird. And then you wake up the next day and you're like, wait, like I have a husband. Like we just forget because your kids are like your whole life.
Anybody that's married on this podcast knows 100% what we're talking about.
Yeah,
There's no way that marriage, because it gets so busy. She's such a good mom that she focuses on the girls 100%. Like, and I don't blame her for that. You know, her mom's the same way. She's
Did having
so
kids
nurturing.
cause more? Do kids cause more problems in a marriage?
It doesn't. We don't even like fight that much because we're just like I said, we're so busy. We don't. Sometimes we don't
I'm
even
pretty
notice
sure we
we're-
had bigger arguments when we didn't have kids.
Because now that you have kids, you have more things to worry about.
Yeah,
so you don't
it's like
pick
you're
little
busy.
arguments. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like you're not together every second, kind of bickering with things each other are doing all day because you're kind of.
You exhaust your disciplinary energy
On the kids.
on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
girls,
Like, they're
and so like
so
you just don't
crazy.
have time to like argue about stupid stuff.
And you guys enjoy the moments together more, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like at night, like there's been a couple of nights where we sit down and like let's watch a movie together, and it's like the funnest thing in the whole world. We're like, wow, we can sit down together and watch a movie. The kids are asleep.
Yep.
And it's so fun.
Damn, I need to have kids.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you know what, man?
Everyone
You
says
do.
this is the hardest
100%.
age.
All right,
Comment, comment if you think this is the hardest age.
I'm gonna leave you guys with one last question. What do you think you guys would be doing in life right now if you were not blessed with two beautiful twins?
We would aimlessly be running around Hollywood trying to do the same thing.
Probably trying to book acting roles like for ourselves.
because that's what
We
our
would
life's
probably
been
be
for
in
the
acting
longest time.
classes full time. He'd probably be producing some movies like he is. I'd probably be, I don't know, hopefully I would have booked something by now, not focusing
Dude, I
too
gotta
much on
have
my
you
kids.
on the show, bro.
I'm down.
It's funny,
Yeah.
man. It was so funny. I was with John Heater yesterday. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. He's everything you
I
know
love
from
Napoleon Dynamite.
He's
Yeah,
the same
he's-
thing.
he's great.
He's the best. So we had a lot of fun yesterday. I had Curtis Lepore come out and play a role, and he had a lot of fun. It was cool.
That's
So-
really awesome. Actually, that reminds me, since we're like, you're talking about like a story, I guess. I moved into my new house and I was like, Kyler, come over. Like, come check out the new house. He's like, all right, what's your address? I sent him my address and he hops in an Uber. He calls an Uber. The Uber
Oh, yeah.
goes up the street, takes a left turn and drops him off.
It was so funny. I couldn't even put on my seatbelt.
The Uber's like, you realize he lives right by you, but he kind of just thought, yeah, he lives in Encino.
I just put in the address. I didn't have any idea, but it literally took me 2 seconds, and I was like,
Neither of us knew.
You know, the
So
crazy
awkward.
part is he went the long way. He went all the way around the street and then back up.
Oh, my God.
I can't say the street name.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want everybody, coming over tomorrow. But he went the long way.
So
Yeah,
So if
crazy.
he would have gone the
literally-
short way, it would have just been more
What are the
embarrassing.
chances that we move into a house
On the
literally
same
5 houses
street?
away from you.
It's
What the
really,
heck?
and I didn't even know where you guys lived.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
funny.
weird.
All right, guys, the kids are getting a little bit antsy. Their shows are coming to an end, so I guess the podcast is going to have to come to an end. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you for opening up on the
Of
podcast.
course.
Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, check out their channel. I'll link it down below. And we'll see you guys next time on Livin' Large.
Livin' Large.
Deuces.